Hi, I'm JohnLacy. Welcome to Actors and Words, a celebration of the very best writing in film and television. We're starting our series off recognizing the work of Nick Pizzolatto, an assembly of his writing from HBO's True Detective, his first novel Galveston, and his collection of short stories Between Here and the Yellow Sea. Just listen to the opening paragraph from the title story. Interstate 10 after midnight, westbound, El Paso now. Coach Duprane says he can drive till morning. Blank asphalt rolls ahead, but I'm seeing Amanda, picturing the way she looked in high school. Small-chested in a cheerleading uniform, auburn hair, green eyes, freckles. Grasslands give way to desert with purple and orange barely visible, hallucinated colors. Then such immensity of night over flat, featureless land. I can see how certain people could fear open spaces. Welcome to the world of Nick Pizzolatto.
Place was different when I came here with Lorraine. Less developed. We'd rented a house on stilts along the beach, and it seemed more like a small town then. We'd grilled shrimp with beer batter and toasted tequila. Smoked pot together in the bathtub. She said we were best when we weren't serious. There was no point in getting serious. I guess I never really believed her. Lorraine once told me marriage was a social construct that turned pleasure into a business arrangement. I tried to be cool about that. She was a lot younger than me, 9 years. She made me feel like trying a straight life, though, welding or something, trying to settle down with her. But she would say,
"Does that pay much?
And
Why screw up a good thing?"
What do I think? Well, you don't pick your parents and you don't pick your partner. You know, they used to call him the tax man for a while. He'd come out of Texas. Nobody knew him. Seemed a bit raw-boned to me. Edgy. Took 3 months before we got him out to the house for dinner.
Strange guy, huh?
Strange? Yeah. Russ could pick a fight with the sky if he didn't like its shade of blue. When we finally got him to the house, poor bastard looked like he was on his way to the firing squad.
People out here, it's like they don't even know the outside world exists. Might as well be living on the fucking moon.
All kinds of ghettos in the world.
It's all one giant ghetto, man. Giant gutter in outer space.
Today, that scene, that is the most fucked up thing I've ever caught. Can I ask you something? Christian, right?
No.
And what do you got that cross for in your apartment?
It's a form of meditation.
How's that?
I contemplate the moment in the garden. The idea of allowing your own crucifixion.
But you're not Christian, so what do you believe?
I believe people shouldn't talk about this type of shit at work.
Hold on. 3 months we've been together, I get nothing from you. Today, what we're into now, do me a courtesy, okay? I'm not trying to convert you.
Look, I consider myself a realist, all right? But in philosophical terms, I'm what's called a pessimist.
Oh, okay. What's that mean?
It means I'm bad at parties.
Well, let me tell you, you ain't great outside of parties either.
their chests puffed and eyes slanted to stab wounds. They looked between them and back to me with tiny cold stares, dumb and black as a fish's. I'd known dudes like this my whole life, country morons stuck in a state of permanent resentment. They abuse small animals, grow up to beat their kids with belts, and wreck their trucks driving drunk, find Jesus at 40 and start going to church, and using prostitutes.
I think the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming, stop reproducing, walk hand in hand into extinction, one last midnight, brothers and sisters opting out of a raw deal.
So what's the point of getting out of bed in the morning?
I tell myself I bear witness. The real answer is it's obviously my programming, and I lack the constitution for suicide.
My luck, I picked today to get to know you. 3 months and I don't hear a word from you.
You asked.
Yeah, and now I'm begging you to shut the fuck up.
My knuckles throbbed, and blood pressed up behind my eyes. Then he started playing with a butterfly knife he'd slipped from under some papers. He flipped it around and upside down and let the little blade flash in his hand. This was meant to announce that he could take care of himself and he picked his teeth with the blade to show how he took it all in stride.
Tiffany kept rotating her head, staring at everything. The dimpled ceiling, the faded seashell wallpaper, the hard stamped pink carpet. I bet the air conditioning was something else for her. A woman emerged out the room behind the counter, her flesh so grooved and dehydrated it might have been cured in a smokehouse. It was sun-baked, the color of golden oak, and draped across jagged bones. Squirrel gray hair. Her eyeglasses had a square of duct tape holding them together at the center, and she pushed them up on her nose.
This place is like someone's memory of a town, and the memory's fading. It's like there's never anything here but jungle.
Stop saying shit like that. It's unprofessional.
Oh, is that what I'm going for?
Just want you to stop saying odd shit, like you smell a psychosphere, or you're in someone's faded memory of a town. Just stop.
Well, given how long it's taken for me to reconcile my nature, can't figure I'd forgo it on your account, Marty.
You want to know Beth's situation before she ran out on her uncle?
There are other places she could go.
Such holy bullshit from you. It's a woman's body, ain't it? A woman's choice?
Well, she don't look like a woman to me. At that age, she is not equipped to make those kind of choices. But I guess you don't give a shit what kind of damage she is doing to herself, as long as you make your money.
Girls walk this earth all the time, screwing for free. Why is it you add business to the mix and boys like you can't stand the thought? I'll tell you, it's because suddenly you don't own it the way you thought you did.
See, we all got what I call a life trap. Gene deep certainty that things will be different. That you'll move to another city, meet the people who will be the friends for the rest of your life. That you'll fall in love, be fulfilled. Fucking fulfillment. Closure. Empty jars to hold this shitstorm. Nothing's ever fulfilled. Till the very end. Closure? No. Nothing's ever over. When I first opened the door, her face wore the smug, dazed expression. As I marched closer, it faded. She became scared. Managed to say,
Roy,
in a high, crackling voice. I didn't break stride, but clamped her wrist and pulled her along back to my room. Threw her inside, and she fell on her knees and hit the mattress with her head, a bit dramatically. I kicked the door shut, pulled the curtain.
Roy, wait.
She inched back on the ground.
Wait.
The dress hiked up her legs, and one of its straps fell from her shoulder. I could see a mottling gray bruise around her upper thigh. Shouldn't wear mascara, I said. You don't know how. You look ridiculous.
So, getting back into some things. Got my club again, some other stuff.
I thought that was behind you.
I thought being poor was behind me too.
No, that shit never leaves you. Doesn't matter how much money you make.
I'm enjoying this sober as you, where your head doesn't tip and fall when I talk. Things I got coming, I could use you in a fuller capacity. Maybe it's time to put this cop shit to bed. Come with me.
I'm not muscle, Frank.
You're smart. Keep your head out of the bottle. It's just that all your talent's going to waste. The things I'm planning, black rage goes a long way.
A long way to where?
Sometimes your worst self is your best self. Know what I'm saying?
This is going to be hard on my son. Things he'll hear about me.
We can get out of this. We get that girl's story. Walk it into the feds. Walk it into CNN. I'm sorry. I brought you back in this.
No. I made a choice. A long time ago. I thought everything came from something else. But it came from there. You had something like that too once, right?
That's not something I talk about.
That's one of the things I admire about you.
You're not a bad man.
Yes, I am. Do you miss it?
What?
Anything.
My father's room is an 8x15 space with beige walls and salmon-colored carpet. 2 tall chairs form a V to the left of the television, which sits on a standard wooden dresser. A bookshelf stands against one wall with pictures of my mother and me, his own parents, a Bible, and some flowers. His bed is made in military style. Sheets so tight you could bounce change off them. He made his bed like that my entire life. And I wonder then if certain things never go away. Movements so right that they can never be unlearned. He sits in a rocking chair, wearing his robe and pajamas, staring out the window at the far side of the room.
Jacob,
Miss Teschmacher says, guiding me toward him.
Ethan's here. Your son, Ethan.
He turns from the window and looks up at me. My father's face is a lost expanse of wrinkled flesh and liver spots. He has a still noble jaw and a white crew cut thinning at the crown. His blue eyes search the space where we stand. He smiles slowly and nods. His hand, dry, stretched taut, reaches out and takes mine. "It's good to see you," he says. "Really good." With the kind of emotional tone you wouldn't use unless you were faking it. "Hey, Dad."